Well, congratulations, Darren. Breathtaking performance. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, we're obviously really pleased. I think a big performance from the boys. We started so well. I think we're starting games. We have talked about it a fair bit, and it's taken a little bit of time for us to really get an handle on starting games well. But we started again really well, and then got pegged back a little bit. The momentum changed, and then second half, obviously we've had a couple of decisions go our way. Went against us a little bit last week. A couple go our way tonight, and I asked the boys there what they thought of the game. I say it's the toughest 40-point score win they've ever had. So look, it was a tough game. It's and we ended up getting a couple of little bits, a couple of intercepts. Although you defend positive and you get these things. But yeah, it was a close game in lots of ways, and we play the same team next week, so they've got a bit of motivation there from that. Challenge Cup's important to us, so we'll look forward to that.
You talked during the week about eliminating errors and completing more sets. Was that a big influence on the game tonight?
Well, I think it always is, really. I thought we got a little bit loose towards the end of the first half. We didn't really finish our sets positively. We didn't. Even if we did kick well, we were sort of throwing our hands at balls and knocking on and giving 7 tackle sets. So I thought we got a bit loose then, but we were completed at 80% half time. I haven't checked the full figure at the end of the game, but it makes a big difference. I think especially when you're in good attacking positions. I think. We've been turning some cheap ball over, and tonight we put a fair bit of pressure on Leigh, and it's a big win for us.
You mentioned that fabulous start, 12-0 up early on. Leigh came back, but then that try just before half time was a fairly pivotal moment, would you say? Yeah,
and then they aren't they, just for half time, and then that's one of those calls that we got that you couldn't quite see. So yeah, it was. They are. I mean, 8 points is. No, I didn't think at the time was going to be enough to win the game, but they're always handy when you get those just before half time. I think it settles everybody down, and we knew we were in a good position, but we also knew we were going to need to play a little bit better. I thought over the 40 minutes to win the game, so we did that, and the game got away a little bit. It's obviously the scoreline says it's a comfortable win, but I don't really think it was that. I think even. When we scored and got well in front, they score straight away, get the short kick off, and you still think rugby league can change so quickly. You can get 2 tries in 2 minutes, so the game can easily change. And I felt a little bit sort of nervous around that time. We changed quite a few of our middle unit players. Pitsy and Mike have been doing massive minutes for us, so. And the boys that went on did a great job. So it was a good effort from everybody.
You mentioned Mike McMeekin. You must be running out of words to say about your captain. 2 tries tonight, 65 or so minutes without a break. Another great performance from him.
Yeah, and he'd have played 80. I don't think that would have been a problem. I think him and Pitsy have been real anchors for the team and the middle unit in particular. I thought Liam Hood was pretty special tonight, to be honest. I think right at the start they didn't really know how to deal with him on the line, and he created tries with his ability to get out and attract defenders, and then he scores a try that's exactly what he's been doing, and he's scored 3 in the last 3 now. I think he's really playing well at the moment.
You've had some disruption with pivot players. I know Max Jowett, of course, and problems in half. No Jake Truman, but Lino and Russell performed well. Great kicking game from Lino particularly.
Yeah, I think for Ollie it's been pretty tough. I think the other 2 started really well, Truey and Mace, and then Truey's had a bit of an issue with his back, so he's coming to the team and he's handled it pretty well. I think there's things for him to be working on, but he knows that, and he's cracking on and getting better every game, I think so. Yeah, I've said it a few times, and I got asked by the Sky commentary team about our depth, and I don't think people thought we would come up with this much depth, but I think we've got good depth. So young players are stepping up. You know, Harvey goes out there today and doesn't look out of place, and you know, Pratt has come through the championship and shown that he can handle it. So yeah, we feel like we've got really good depth and we're in a good place. Yeah.
Good to see Tom Johnston with 2 interceptions. It's good to see him in full flight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think teams are going after him a fair bit. You know, they did today early on, and I think games sort of that sometimes they happen like that, and then he gets 2 opportunities and nobody's catching him from there. You know, he catches pigeons, Tom, doesn't he? So yeah, there's nobody catching him from there. There's a great bit of instinct play and a great bit of athleticism to catch that one that looks like it was going to hit the floor. So yeah, pretty special effort.
So first one of a double header in the bag. Advantage Wakefield ahead of the Challenge Cup quarterfinal next week.
Yeah, well, we're at home. It should be an advantage, but we've been pretty special away from home. You know, we haven't lost yet. So, but yeah, look, it's a new game, new day. You know, they'll pick some things from today, and obviously, you know, smart coaches and they've got some pretty smart players. So we'll need to look at it and in a slightly different way, I think. But yeah, new day, good opportunity to get to a semi-final. So, and I think we're good enough to do it. You know, we should have. Our confidence is growing all the time. Keep talking to the boys about belief and confidence in what we've got and how good we can be. And I think they're certainly starting to see it, I think.
Darryl, what do you put the form on the road down to? It's pretty remarkable, isn't it? Won every game on the road so far.
I don't know. I think we prepare the same away or at home. We've had a tough start at home. You know, I think you know that OKR, St Helens at home. You know, Hull. I thought we were unlucky to lose last week, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. We prepare the same for every game, and it's just you know, I think we've got to believe we come away from home. We feel comfortable with it. We prepare pretty well. We go to hotel before the game and chill out and get ourselves ready. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. I think. Don't think there's anything in particular, either at home or away, that we're doing any different.
Is there a sort of a warning to your side now, not to get complacent because of tonight's result heading into tonight's week? You just said there it's a new game. Yeah, I
mean, we've all been around a while, haven't we? So we know that, you know, winning this game doesn't win you next week. You know, and I've been in these games quite a bit where you play in the cup the week after, and you know, sometimes I've played a little bit differently in the first game than I have in the second purposely. I didn't really set out to do that this week. It was just, you know, go and play how we wanted to play, and then we'll see what happens. And then, you know, the art of coaching is coming up with something that is difficult to deal with next week. And, you know, they've obviously had a first-hand look at us, so, you know, there'll be something in there. So we've got to think about that in advance. So, but yeah, we're going to need to play well next week. You know, certainly at least as well as we did tonight, I thought.
And can I just ask you, obviously, last week you sort of raised the point regarding the technology. It weren't 100% again tonight, was it? I think the try right in half time, even some of your players started walking back into position because it looked like it wasn't going to be given. Then obviously it is. The technology needs improving, doesn't it? Yeah,
and I think the referees are aware of that. I spoke to Phil Bentham during the week, you know, and I think it's just that, you know, the game doesn't invest enough money, or hasn't got enough money to invest into it to make it. You look at football, or you look at the NRL, and they've got every you know, available angle. I thought, you know, Caleb potentially scores in the first half. So I think it's something we need to continue to improve. You know, if you want to come into the new century, I think it's important, but also recognise that financially it's not you know what we can do at times. So it just gets frustrating at times. I think, you know, you're looking at it going. I think the Australians have got it right more than us, where they give the try or they don't, and then the video ref sort of in the background works it out. And you know, because you know that today there's two that they're looking at them, it goes off, looks like they're going to make a decision, then it comes back and they're looking at it again. So I think it's that's kind of frustrating. So and that's again, it's just the technology. I don't know what it's like behind the scenes because I've never been there with referees, but we recognise they do a difficult job, and we want them to do it better. But more investment in that would certainly help.
Darryl, was such a strong start last season with winning the championship. How far do you think you can go this season with the squad?
Oh, well, I think we're in a good place at the moment. I mean, the difficulty with Super League is it's a long competition where you've got to be really durable. Everybody keeps asking me this, and I'd give the same answer: is that we just want to be consistent and keep not making just massive bold statements, but we're competing every week, and there's only been the St Helens game really, and we were sort of in that game at half time. We're competing every week. We feel like we can challenge everybody. Where that takes us, it depends how durable we can be throughout the season. But I won't count us out of anything, to be honest.
The fans were definitely an extra man today. How important do you think they were?
Well, yeah, they supported us really well. At home, we've had full houses. Away from home, and the atmosphere's been electric. At home. And then away from home, they've been outstanding. They're certainly getting behind the boys, and they're still calling me UCAS. But anyway, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that. I don't think they're going to change their mind on that, but I'll just keep laughing at them.
Just sorry, on that NRL point and how they give the try and then review it. Is that something that you'd like to see maybe take place next year in Super League with our game always involved? Yeah,
I think it's something we should look at. Because referees are making a call anyway, aren't they? So, make a call and then, because you sort of dumb down celebration a lot, don't you? With it, we go there too much, so it's kind of something I think we should look at and see whether it's what we should do. I mean, there's a couple of things that Australians take from us, and there's some things that we should take from them as well, and I think that's potentially should be an option.
Also, I suppose the flow of the game will help with that rather than the 2-3-4 minute stoppage.
Yeah, and I think we're looking at a lot of clips at the moment, and it might be too difficult based on the technology we've got. I don't know, but I think it's potentially something that we should look at.